Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And the part 2 of the 3.5 anniversary banner has dropped. This is the triple featured unit banner that I've been spouting from the top of the mountain to wait for. And looks like, unfortunately, now I'm batting 0 for 2 because I kept telling people that about Divine General, and look how that team turned out. And unfortunately, it looks like I have done the same with this Spirit Master team. So we have the new Masked Hero Protector, and then Battle Unit Velzard and Leon. And so far, over the course of my testing on the live stream that just ended, I am fairly not impressed with what they do. So let's go through it real fast. First off, let's actually take a look at the banner. So we have Leon, Velzard, Masked Hero. Also, Protector of Peace Hinata, Commander Shizu, Exalted Champions Hero, Second Anniversary Shizu, and then Summer Hinata as our featured EX characters. Hinata is fine but doesn't work with this team. Shizu doesn't work with this team either. The Masked Hero is a triple orb stealer, so that's cool and everything, but that's all she's doing. This Shizu is horribly outdated, and then Hinata is yet another triple orb stealer. So apart from the three new units, of which are the three characters, there's not super duper value as far as trying to run it with the actual new characters. Shizu by herself is good. Hinata needs a team to be run on, and then Hero and Hinata are only just like triple orb stealers. Like that's it. And then the Shizu is not great. So value, unfortunately, is a bit low. And then looking at what the characters do, Leon is a very generic character. He's single target nuke. He's got a 111 alt buff and a 111 EX alt buff. So he's doing both gamuts of alt damage. He's giving it to everybody. This does not work with other temporary alt buffs like Fern or Freerin or who's another one? Elmesia. Like, they're going to overlap and conflict. And he's generally going to come out on top. His second skill is a unrestricted 3 orb change to blues, which is good. It doesn't matter if they're 3 greens or 3 oranges or 2 and 1 or whatever. It's just any 3 orbs that are not blue will become blue. So that's fine. His trait is skill points every 2 turns, which is cool. And then we move on to Velzard. She is a support alt, but she can buff 2 different teams, Spirit Master and Dragon Hockey. Her first skill is the new Aegis buff, which, based on my testing during live stream, is slightly stronger than Synergy if you have a good defensive stat, because it is based on your defense. Not the support character's defense, not the enemy's defense, your actual battle unit's defensive stat. So Velzard's defense stat, Leon's defense stat, the mainline units. And if they don't have very high defense, it's going to do less damage, obviously. And then her second skill is a gimmick. It is a guaranteed stun and frostbite, which enhances debuffs by 30%. So that would work very well on the previous Warrior's Mind team. And then stacks stun strike, which only works when the enemy is stunned. And that is just like a normal 10% attack buff, essentially. And it only activates again when the enemy is stunned. Her trait itself is protection gauge every 3 turns, so it's a very good trait. 2 turns would be better, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. And then the Masked Hero is unfortunately just, I think, a huge L. She's buffing 2 forces. That's fine. Spirit Master and Heart of a Hero. She stacks 20% physical and magic attack. So she can lead any team because it's either magic or physical. So you're going to get both those buffs, and it'll apply to whatever unit you happen to be on. And then has the Spirit Blessing to charge type characters only, which is a continuous heal and 50% alt gauge rush. Both happen at the end of the turn. So on turn 3, you use the hero, and right before it clicks over to turn 4, you will heal 30% and you'll get 50% extra alt gauge. Specifically for charge type characters. So characters that are defense, like Momiji, or like Frey, Hinata, Yuki from Reckoning, burst team characters like Gabwa or Blanc or Tournament Stalwart Lumi, they're not going to get this effect because they're not charge type characters. And you figure that out by looking at your characters themselves. So if we look at Raphael, charge. Blanc, charge. Okay. Fern, charge. Frieren, charge. This Rimuru, speed. Will not get it. This Milim, speed. Won't get it. This Rimuru will get it. So it only applies to a certain segment of characters, which is kind of unfortunate. It is a nice effect. I wouldn't say it's like a game-breaking effect at all, but it's certainly an effect that you have to keep in mind. And then on top of that, she is giving extra skill points to blue orbs, starting at 100 up to 500. So all in all, like, if you take away this whole thing, which only applies to certain units, she's not really doing anything that's super great. This is just a traditional blue stacking team. It's the first EX Unbound blue stacking team, because the last time we actually got one was Ogre's Pride, back in August. So it's been a hot minute since we've had a dedicated blue stacking team. And unfortunately, I just don't think it does enough. So for people who were like, do I summon? There are very distinct tiers of what I'm about to tell you. If you are a brand new player and you have nothing to work with, you weren't here for Frieren, you didn't summon for the Warriors Mind 2.0 team for Blanc and Jean, or Blanc and Violet, or Gobble and Shuna, you have literally nothing to use right now. You should still probably summon for this team, because it is a triple featured banner, and it will objectively have the most value as a new player to get 3 new units on one banner. However, if you are an existing player who has a team, if you have the Frieren team, if you have a blue stacking team, if you have the Warriors Mind team, whatever, then I probably would skip. Like, I don't think these 3 units really change much as far as the game. Like, Velzard has the new Aegis ability, which is cool and everything, but you don't need it. You don't need it. At least right now, you don't need it. So maybe you'll wait and see what else the other characters do, because we're going to get 2 more banners to fill out this team, 2 individual new unit banners. So probably we're looking around the 6th, because next week is Golden Week, so none of the devs are going to be there. So we'll probably get another banner on the 6th and then the 13th within that time frame, and this is based on the previous half anniversary, where we got the 25th, the 6th, and then the 12th. So if we look at roughly those days, 25th, the 6th, and the 12th. So there's going to be a week-long gap next week, and then we'll have a banner. So maybe you wait. Maybe you don't have to summon. If you have a good team that can clear 99% of the content, Conquest, Tempered Edge, maybe the Calamity Conquests, if maybe, kind of, sorta. You can clear EX2 of this new beatdown battle that came out. I would say don't summon. And on the third option is that if you don't really care about this team, you already have other teams, but you did not summon for the Warriors Mind 2.0 team, so Shuna, Gabwa, Violet, and Blanc, I might actually suggest you try and get at least Shuna and Blanc. Shuna being a very good protector, and Blanc being a very good damage and support unit. If you can pick up Violet and Gabwa along the way, then great. I would call them not as necessary characters, though. If you can get Shuna and you can get Blanc, you can also clear 99% of the game, essentially, with some other support characters. And also, Blanc works well on the Frieren team. Blanc will work well on this new team as well, technically, because that damage buff is just going to buff everybody. So, if you're new and you have nothing, summon on this banner. If you're an existing player and you're good and you're not really that impressed, then wait. And then if you did not summon for the Warriors Mind 2.0 team with Blanc and Shuna, then maybe work your way into getting them, because I think they will just be better characters than what I'm seeing from this team currently. But again, we will have 2 more characters to come out that will complete this team, and we have to wait and see what they're going to do. Whether they're going to have really, really good support skills or be very restricted, we don't know. But I told a lot of people to wait on summoning for Blanc and Violet because they're here until the 29th. So we would be able to wait and see what this triple featured unit banner is going to be and what they do. And then if you're not impressed, then you can come back and summon here. And right now, I will tell you that I'm not particularly impressed. So if I was one of those people that was waiting, I would would come back and I would summon for Blanc and Violet, trying to get Blanc primarily. So unfortunately, this team is just not it. It is much less annoying to run than Divine Generals, thank God, because it's just a traditional blue stack and not some skill reset, multi-skill kind of team that has 1,000 clicks in one turn. I just don't think it does enough. And that is very subjective to players, because what I think is good damage and what a person next to me thinks is good damage could be wildly different. But if you want my opinion on what is valuable to summon on, I would say this banner is only valuable for brand new players, because otherwise you probably have some units that will do roughly the same amount or have roughly the same kind of buffs minus the new Aegis ability. So that is my opinion. Again, you can take it if you want. If you want to summon, then great. Let me know how your summons went. If you're horribly depressed by this banner and you want to summon on something else, then again, let me know how your summons went for Blanc and Violet or Shuna and Gobwa. And if you are not going to summon on anything, then great. Let me know that too. Just I want to know your thoughts. If you were here for the live stream and you watched the showcase, or you've seen the skills now and you're like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, I'm kind of interested in hearing people's opinions after seeing the full kits and seeing what they do. I generally just don't think it's enough. But, again, my opinion only. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But that's it for me, guys. Take it easy, and I will start working on the showcases after I eat dinner tonight. But see you guys later.